Alright, everyone, welcome at the F1GL Racing League here in Belgium, round number 9 of the league, and we've got 18 drivers today, which is a pretty good amount of drivers. And yeah, first it's qualifying, 18 minutes of qualifying. Let's see who's the fastest over here. But let's have a look at the driver standings first, because right now everybody is still in the pits. And yeah, the league is pretty interesting, and it's really tight at the top two especially. It's you can, well, let's say this championship is going between Strider in the Alpine and Andrew Quay in the Red Bull, and it's only 5 points between them. Strider got 116 points and Andrew got 111 points. So that's a really small margin. I knew that Andrew Quay had a DNF in Austria in the 50% race. There was also a sprint race. He finished third in the sprint race, but in the main race, that's where you can get a lot more points. He DNF'd, so that really sucked for him. And if we have a look at other drivers, we can see that João Pedro made a massive jump last week. He's in P4 right now, and normally he was around P10, P9, P8, but he won the race in Austria, and that gave him 25 points, and he's now at a total of 62 points, only 1 point behind Lewis in a Ferrari, who got 63 points. That's it for now, the standings. I will go back later to some other drivers and also to the constructor standings. And yeah, right now everybody's still in an odd lap. I believe that UG Thorn is the first driver to actually set a lap, if he doesn't invalidate, of course. Belgium, really tricky circuit, a very long circuit. It's the longest circuit on the calendar. That's why we're only doing 22 laps today. And I believe it's like 1 minute 40 average this lap, 1 minute 45, something like that. I'm not really sure, but something around that. And yeah, it's a tricky circuit, especially you need high top speed in sector 1, but you need some, that's a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with Lucas. Louis got a 5-place grid penalty, and I don't know what happened here. I don't know if Lucas has front wing. Yeah, he has front wing damage. I do not know what happened over there, but I believe Lewis was behind him, and his front wing is still okay, I believe, but that's a 5-place grid penalty for Lewis. That's really unfortunate for him. Let's go back to Mr. UG Thorn, who's in sector 3 right now, and this is just full throttle. Even though there are like 2 corners over here on this sector, on this straight I mean, actually, it's still a full throttle. But let's see what UG Thorn does. He's the first driver to cross the line to set a time, and it's a 1:43.9. And yeah, my prediction was, well, I wouldn't say on point, but pretty close, 1:40, 1:45. Now let's have a look at NSR Madsen, who's on a fast lap as well. He's driving in the Mercedes, and this looks really solid, to be honest. Let's see it from another perspective. Oh, and we got the first retirement of the session, of the qualifying session. It's Vitier Tosif, if I pronounce it right. He had a 1:44.1 and he retired, so he might drop a few places, or actually a lot places, many places. But let's have a look at Madsen in the Mercedes. What can he do? He's going to the finish line now, and he will cross the finish line with a 143.7 and only 1/10 behind Andrew. Interesting. Let's see who's on another fast lap. It looks like, oh, I don't know what happened there. It looks like Ryan Kai is on a fast lap and Schuschweider behind him. His teammate, he spins, and that might be a little bit front wing damage, and he will go back into the pits, I believe. But let's have a look at Ryan Kai. He's not going full throttle. So FIFA player from Portugal, the Portuguese Haas driver, is back after some races. I believe I only saw him once in Great Britain, I believe, where the sprint race was, and he scored some points, so he did a good job. He's in the standings, I believe, somewhere down in the standings. Yeah, he's in P18. And he only did the British Grand Prix and he got 12 points over there, so good to have him back here in Belgium. Let's have a look at Schuschweider, who's going into the pits. Yeah, with that spun you go into the pits, of course. Over here on board with the other Mercedes of OWR Kniton. Crosses the line and he goes to P8 with a 144.4, and he needs to go faster, to be honest. And I do not want to sound rude or anything, but you need to go faster than a 144 in my opinion, to compete, at least in the midfield, I would say. So it looks like we've got a new driver over here, a new face. It's Danny Sif. I just call you Danny? Denai? I don't know. Denai. He's driving for Aston Martin, and Aston Martin is last in the constructor standings. They only got, I believe, 12 points. So let's have a look at the constructor standing right now. Yeah, they got 11 points actually. They scored 1 point in Brazil and 10 points in Italy, in Monza. So hopefully Denai can help the Aston Martin F1 team to gain some more points and at least catch Haas. But he's going into the pit, so he must have made a mistake or something. But let's see who's on a fast lap as well. Looks like Lewis is on a fast lap. He's into the penultimate corner right now, and now he's not finishing the lap. I believe he wasn't in a fast lap, by the way. I think he just set that lap. Another new driver I haven't seen is BTLI1Nate. That is an interesting name. I don't know the meaning of it. But he's driving in a Red Bull, and as you guys can see, Andrew Cray is not in a Red Bull anymore. He left, and he had some arguing with owner Matthias, I believe, Red Bull owner Matthias, and yeah, a new face at the Red Bull racing team. Andrew Cray is now in the Alfa Romeo, and he's the teammate of João Pedro, who is in P4 in the Drivers' Championship right now, and hopefully he can get as Alfa Romeo, well, maybe at least into the top 4 or top 3. I think top 4 is realistic, to be honest. At the end of the season, it's a pretty decent amount of points that Ferrari is ahead of Alfa Romeo. Kevin, the AlphaTauri driver, crosses the line and goes to P2 with a 1:43.2, and that is a fast time. He's in P2 right now. FIFA player just did a really good lap, 1:42.8, and I did not expect it from him at all, to be honest. No disrespect, but yeah, it's just he's a driver you do not see very often. As I said, he's only been here for one race in Great Britain. But let's hop on board with FIFA player to look. Ah, he's on an outlap. My bad, my bad. Let's hop on board with Andrew Gray for his flying lap. Strider goes into P2 right now, only 50 thousandths of a second in front of Kevin, but still 4/10 behind FIFA player. But if we are looking at Andrew Gray right now, who goes into the penultimate corner, into the last corner right now, and he crosses the line. He goes from P8 to P2, and that is a 1:42.8 as well, but not enough for the pole position right now, so he might still improve. I think he can do another lap. He will do another lap now, because it looks like he's still going full follow. Yeah, he will do another lap, I believe so. Yeah, really tight at the top over here. If you look at the difference between Lewis and Pjok, it's only 5 thousandths of a second. And it's only 1/10 between Kevin and Pjok, and it's within 1/10 between Swoosh and Kevin. And it looks like Andrew and FIFA player are currently very clearly the fastest drivers on the track. So, but qualifying is not over yet, so I do not know how much time is still left, but oh, it's deny of the Aston Martin F1 team, which sets the fastest lap with a 1:42.4, and that is a really fast lap. If you look at the other times, that's just really dominant. 4/10. Yellow flags in sector 1 and sector 3. The yellow flag in sector 3 is for the Red Bull driving slowly. And we are looking at OWR Knitton from Norway. Was in P15 right now. Let's see if he can improve. Ooh. Goes up to P12, so that's an improvement. Still not in the top 10, but it is an improvement, and he got 3 minutes and 20 seconds left, so I don't know if he's going if he can do another lap, or that might be invalidated over there. But oh, it's a spin by UG4 at the end, at the beginning of sector 2. It is. That's a nice shot over there. Wow, we see the drivers go up the hill at the famous corner hill Eau Rouge. Let's go on board with Hepburn of Ferrari for his fast lap. Let's see what Hepburn will do. It goes from P15 to P14, and that's a really small improvement, maybe only by 1/10 or something, but it's not enough for the top 10 today. You need to be under the 144 at least. So there are a couple of drivers on their fast lap right now. And FIFA player from Portugal is going again for it. He wants to take that pole position from Deny, but will it happen for a Haas F1 team who's in 9th position in the constructors? Oh, a little bit of oversteer looked at. Oh wow. But he needs to make up 4/10. Where can you find 4/10 on a fast lap? That's the question. Nah, he's not gonna improve himself. He might invalidate him in that lap himself. But Lewis takes the P2 from FIFA player. The front row is a Aston Martin, an Aston Martin Alfa Romeo, and that is a really small margin. Wow, let's see what Schroestrider can do. Schroestrider crosses the line, but is not improving himself. He stays P6. Kevin overtook him. Wow, look how close it is. Can Wyankai? Nah, he cannot. Bjork is not gonna improve himself either. So it looks like this is the qualifying. Yeah, this is it. It's an Aston Martin on pole position, which is really strange in F1GL Racing League. It's Andrew Gray in P2, Lewis in P3, FIFA player in P4, Kevin in P5, Shush in P6, YN in P7, Pjok in P8, UG4 in P9 and BTL Icon Mate in P10. And to be honest, it's a little bit surprising for me because I expected Lucas to be in the top, well, I would say top 8 at least, and TNR AJ as well. So UG Ashwin hasn't set a time, so he would start at the back of the grid for this Belgian Grand Prix. He probably invalidated himself again and again and again. But do not forget, Lewis got a 5-place grid penalty, so he will go back 5 places and start at P8. Forty thousandths of a second. This is going to be a really entertaining match. I would say a race, ladies and gentlemen, because the margins are really tight. 18 drivers, there will be collisions, there will be DNFs, maybe even a disqualification. We've had it before in Singapore, I believe. And yeah, 22 laps is not that much. So let's see who comes out on top. And the drivers are doing their formation level right now. So let's be quiet for now until the drivers line up for the race. And we will be racing in approximately 1 minute and let's say 30 seconds. So see you guys very soon. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we go for 22 laps of the Belgian Grand Prix here in F1GL Racing League. Let's see where I can get a very good shot. Looks like, and it's 4 lights, 5 lights, and it lights out, and away we go for the Belgian Grand Prix. And Deny has a very good start, and wow, already takes the outside, and it looks like a very clean start from now, but won't there be any collision? And it's spun by Pjok in the first corner. No yellow flags yet, but we go to Eau Rouge, to the famous corner. Oh my god, these drivers are going so fast. Everything clean in the first sector, it looks like. Any overtakes, I missed them or they didn't happen. But it's Swoosh Rider in P3 right now, Andrew still in P2, FIFA player in P4, Kevin in P5, and FIFA player on the inside of Swoosh. And he takes the P3 or not, he takes the P3 from Swoosh, and that is a really good overtake from the Portuguese Haas driver. And meanwhile it's Tosif at the back, probably he had a spun or something, I do not know. So much happening in the first lap always. Wow, and this is a really nice shot. Hepburn in P13, so he made up one position. Art Lucas P11. Both Mercedes into the points right now. Ryan P7, Swoosh in P5, also Kevin overtook him. And I do not know if Swoosh has damage or something or whatever, but he lost 2 places I believe. So that is not the start he was looking for. Tosif gets a 3-second time penalty, and it's Andrew Quay attacking Deny in the Aston Martin, and the Swoosh Rider, who goes into the pits. He probably has front wing damage. Otherwise, I don't know why he went into the pits. Wow, I need some breath. Andrew 2/10 behind Deny, and oh, he is so close. Andrew is flying on this circuit, and he's probably using he's using ERS, but he got the first position right now, and this could be a very entertaining battle between the Aston Martin and the Alfa Romeo. A lot of position changes here. Swoosh Rider into P17, goes onto the medium compound. Yuji Ashwin went into the pits as well. And it's Lewis who overtook FIFA player right now. A lot of overtakes are happening now. And Lewis had a really good start as well. He went from like P8 I believe to P4. So he had a really good opening lap. And he will chase Kevin, or he wants to chase Kevin very soon. Oh, and Madsen is going to overtake or not going to overtake the Alpine of Ryan. Oh, and this is going so fast, ladies and gentlemen. Will he go for the move in the penultimate corner? Wow, it looks like they touched each other, and they both go a bit wide. Oh, and that is a very nasty hit. He lost his front wing. I do not know what happened over there. I didn't saw it from his perspective, but Madsen is going into the pits right now. TTV Deny as the DRS right now. We are in lap 3 of the Belgian Grand Prix. No safety cars yet. DRS will open. It's 5/10 on Andrew Quay, and he will gain. Is he using ERS? He's not using ERS. So, but he's going for the move on the inside. Both drivers leave each other some space. A really nice shot and really clean driving, really good driving, and that's what we want to see. Meanwhile, TNR AJ is back into the points. He went from P17 I believe to P10, so he has a very good pace, and it's the first DNF of the race. Yuji Thorn in the Williams, has caused a virtual safety car, and he crashed at Eau Rouge, as you can see here on the right hand side. His car just disappeared, but it's a virtual safety car. And that were some really exciting opening laps. Denai is 2/10, 3/10 behind Andrew, and it looks like they go back racing again. They're going really fast right now. Virtual safety car is probably ending very soon, and Denai is going into the pits, and Andrew Gray is going into the pits as well. Many drivers are going into the pits right now. OWR Knitten stays out, Ryan Kai stays out as well, and DRS is enabled again, and it's Ryan Kai into P1 right now. OWR Knitten in P2, Hepburn in P3, and TNR AJ went from P17 to P4. He hasn't pitted, of course, but he's on medium tires, so it's not a big deal for him. And we've got some, well, oh, and it's a DNF from Hepburn. I believe it happened over here in Eau Rouge. Yeah, it happened over here in this corner again. But it won't be a safety car, I believe, because the virtual safety car came out just moments ago. So Kevin is really on the back of Denai in the Aston Martin. It's 2/10, and this is a really close group, which I believe is going to fight for, of course, the podium, but also for the win. I believe these four drivers could compete for the win today. Schustrider, yeah, he had front wing damage in lap 1, so that's just really unfortunate for him, but he's not that much back. It's, well, I would say only 8 seconds. It's still, yeah, 8 seconds, it's much in Formula 1, but considering it's still 17 laps, it's not that much. But let's go back to Pjok, who's right at the tail of TNR AJ, who had a stunning first 3 races in F1GL. He's already into P8 in the championship, and he did only 3 races, so this guy is a top class runner as well. And can he defend against Pjok in Red Bull? Pjok is going on to the inside, and he is spinning, and that curb is really dangerous. TNR AJ left enough room, but that curb just takes the car from you, no control whatsoever, and there you are, bum, into the wall. And looks like he has front wing damage, so Pjok has to pit again, or again. I believe he already did, but he has to pit again. Meanwhile, some drivers are getting time penalties. Tausif and Ashwin are getting some time penalties right now, which is not ideal for them. But let's hop on board with Andrew Quay. He's chasing Ott Lucas in the McLaren. He's really close. He got like that double slipstream effect of Gamer and Lucas. And oh, I hope he didn't damage his front wing over there. And what's happened over here? Lewis overtook Kevin. And Kevin is going to dive on the inside of Lewis as well. Clean driving from both races, but this is gonna carry on and on. Because, oh, TTV Deny is at the back of Andrew Cray, and there's another DNF of Tosif, and that can cause a safety car, and it does. It's a safety car. The first one of the race, and Kevin got a 3-second time penalty. I don't know what happened, but that is not going to work in his favor. And yeah, safety car, and it's a very ideal situation for Ryan Kai, who's on the softs, and OWR Knitten, who's on the medium compound. He could go to hards, and TNR AJ is on the mediums as well. He can go to hards. And yeah, this situation is really ideal for Ryan Kai actually, because he has a sort of free pit stop. Oh, he's driving onto the grass. I don't know what happened there. But we already lost 3 drivers in 6 laps time, ladies and gentlemen. And I already told you there's gonna be collisions, there's gonna be some spins, there's gonna be some DNFs. And yeah, that's what happens when you have like a almost completely full grid. I would say when you go over the 16 drivers, there's a very big chance of at least 2 safety cars. And Ryan Kai is going onto the mediums right now, and he changes his front wing, which cost extra time. And OWR Knitten did not pit, so he will lead the race when the safety car comes in, which I believe is in 2 laps time. Schustrider, you got some luck, man, with that safety car, but you were unlucky as well into the opening lap. So shit happens. Sometimes it's luck's on your side, sometimes it's just against you, but at least he can battle again with BTL, I1Mate and FIFA Player, and perhaps Ryan Kai who's behind him. I don't know if they're gonna battle each other. I don't think so, to be honest. There might be some team orders over here in the Alpine team, but yeah, TNR AJ is behind Ryan Kai as well, which is rapid, especially on this circuit. And he went to the soft compound tire, so he will be very quick as well. Yeah, I see Gamer is on the hard compound tire, so let's have a look at the tires. Yeah, Gamer is the only driver on the hard compound tire. I believe he started on the medium, so that's unfortunate for him, but almost everybody is on the medium. We will do one more lap of safety car racing, and I believe next lap the safety car is coming in. So Yeah, so the safety car will come in this lap, and we see the drivers warm up their tires. But let me give you some information about the Constructors Championship. So it's Alpine F1 team in P1 in the Constructors right now. 197 points compared to 150, which is a 47 point advantage on McLaren, who's in P2, and OWR Knitten is waiting very long for oh wow, this is, oh my god, I need to get first position over here, and OWR Knitten gets a 5-second penalty for ignoring a yellow flag. But what is going to happen here? Oh my, oh wow, this is going to be so close, but they are keeping each other alive. And FIFA players in P2. Deny looks like he's going to overtake OWR Knitten, and oh wow, that's a really good overtake from Deny at my camera side. I do not know what happened, and it's Wayenka and Andrew retired, and Kevin retired as well. Oh wow, look, oh my god, there are 3 cars. Oh wow, I missed that. I was watching the overtake of the Aston Martin, and it's a safety car again. Meanwhile, Schustrider into P3 again. It's going, this race is within a very short time, 9 laps, a roller coaster for him. It's OWR Knitten in P4, BTL in P5 and Lewis in P6. Ashwin in P8, Pjok in P7, FIFA player in P9, and TNR AJ in P10. And I believe he pitted. Yeah, well, the safety car was out, so he was already in last position. But wow, that was crazy. 3 really good drivers out of this race, and that is going to hurt Andrew Quay so much for this championship. A couple of drivers are pitting right now, and Lucas is not pitting. He still has to pit, I believe, and 12 laps remaining. I think he wants to go to the soft compound tire. He doesn't want to go to the hard compound, that's for sure. And wow, I'm still a bit in shock of what happened into this corner, because that was freaking crazy. There was like you saw like there were like 8 or 9 cars going all once at a time up to Eau Rouge, and that was insane to watch. I didn't saw the crash, but I saw the cars all DNF, and I watched it. I don't know who it was, but somebody driving at the back. I looked at his onboard, and that was just, that must have been a big crash for sure. And we are doing one more lap of safety car racing, so the safety car will go in lap 11, and it's Deny who is going into the pit. And will we go to fresh mediums or will we go to softs? Let's see what he will do. He will go to new mediums, so that's an interesting choice. But he can make up some positions as well. He's repairing his front wing as well. So Schuster into P2 right now, BTL in P3, Lewis in P4, Pjok in P5 and Ashwin in P6. And we are halfway of this Belgian Grand Prix, and this is a roller coaster. So the safety car is in and we will go back racing again. So Lucas has to wait for the safety car to come in to the pits. And to be honest, I do not hope for another safety car restart like that 2 or 3 laps ago. But again, it's not in my power. I'm not driving the car. So we'll see what happens. And it's Lucas who's going right now out of the last corner, and he has already a 7-10 lead on Schuster. And it's Lewis who's going to the inside of BTL, and they are side by side right now, I believe. Or nah, he overtook BTL, and that's a clean overtake. A FIFA player got 3-second time penalty. And we see the drive. Oh wow, that is what you call an overtake of Knittan. Oh, and the Nye is back into the pits again. Probably for a new front wing. I do not know what's happening with his front wing this race, but it's Schuster with Lewis on his inside on the fresher tires. He has better grip on those soft compound tire, and Swoosh is back into P3. TNR AJ into P5. He wants to attack the Red Bull very soon, and I believe he will sooner or later. UG Ashwin, he really needs those points to get back, and he overtakes Pjok who looks like he made a mistake. There was a good overtake by Ashwin, which I believe is from Azerbaijan, as I saw in the standings where the real Formula 1 was last weekend. Oh wow, this is some action. FIFA player on the inside, on the not on the inside. Wow, and Kniton is braking really late, and he got that 8th position. Oh, let's have a look. Oh wow, Lucas against Lewis right now. DRS is not enabled yet, so he doesn't have the DRS advantage on this straight. But he's really close to Lucas, within 1/10. So I think he's going to use some ERS. Yeah, he is using ERS, but Lewis has better tires right now. And let's see who... Oh, both drivers. Oh, that's really unfortunate for Lewis. And yeah, that's just what's happening in the heat of the moment, I would say. Lewis back into P11 outside of the points right now, and this race we could see a very crazy podium, ladies and gentlemen. Lewis overtakes Gamer, who took that a little bit wide, that corner. And over here in the midfield, it's really close. I mean, everywhere is close. Almost everybody is within 1 second of each other. But over here, we are in the middle of the slipstream and of the battle, and it's a FIFA player who wants to try to overtake on the outside. Will he succeed? He's going on the inside now in the last corner. He doesn't have the grip compared to NSR Madsen, who's on the soft compound tire. But we need to be aware that the soft compound tire will drop after, I would say, 9 laps perhaps. I'm not sure. Oh, and Lucas goes a bit wide over there. And Swoosh is really at the back of Lucas. And does he have DRS? He has DRS. DRS is enabled, and Swoosh is back into the podium position. He's back onto the top position. And this race, as I said before, is a roller coaster for him. Some drivers are really aggressive because everybody see a chance for good points. So Lewis has some very good pace, and he's gonna catch those guys sooner or later, I believe. Belgium is a pretty good track for overtaking. Oh, oh wow, he had a loop on this corner. That's pretty dicey, I would say. But in my opinion, he should wait for his chances. But I'm not the driver again. He is the driver, and he is into P3 in the championship, so he knows better, I would say. Oh wow, and Yuji Edwin got a 3-second time penalty. And speaking of time penalties, let's say, wow, that's a 3-second time penalty for Madsen, and Ashwin is going into the pits and probably has front wing damage. Speaking of penalties, let's see who has time penalties and how many seconds. It's Ashwin with 6 seconds, BTL with 3 seconds, Madsen with 3, and FIFA player with 3. Not that many penalties, I would say. And if we look at the tires, Lucas still yet to pit, I believe, or did he pit the first lap? At least he's going to the inside of Soestrider, and Soestrider backs off a little bit. He knows better, I would say. If I look into his mind, something like that. Oh, some position changes over here. It's BTL losing a couple of positions right now. TNR AJ is back onto the podium stats. I said before, he has a really good pace at this track, and not only at this track, he just has a very good pace overall. Also, don't forget, he's on 6 laps younger, fresher tires compared to Schustweiler, so this could be very dangerous for Schustweiler and for Art Lucas, his teammate. And it's a yellow flag in sector 2 and sector 3, and what happened is Gamer who spun with his hard compound tire, and Ashwin is coming, and it's a go, so Ashwin takes the P10 on those fresh soft compound tire. And wow, this is really close. I don't know what happened with Odd Lucas. He's into P3 right now. It's Pjokin. Wow, now it's Pjokin P3. Lucas in P4. And the battle for first place is on fire. The battle for the podium places is on fire. And TNR AJ got the slipstream. He got the DRS, and he got first position. I would say, yeah, he got first position. So, wow. OWR Knitten on the inside of Lucas. He got the softer compound. He got the fresher tires. He got the move done. P4 for Knitten, the Norwegian driver for Mercedes. And as I said before, today there's a big possibility for, well, I would say big points for McLaren. Again, they are P2 in the constructors, and TNR AJ is pretty much carrying McLaren right now. He's doing a phenomenal job, I would say. If he finishes this race, I would say only he's in P1 right now, but let's say if he finishes P3 or P2, he did a mega job as well. And Odd Lucas is going into the pits right now. And Lewis retires from the session, and oh wow, it looks like his tire is off? Safety car. It's a safety car, ladies and gentlemen, with 6 laps remaining. Oh wow, that is pretty unfortunate for TNR AJ, and it's very fortunate for Lucas, who just went into the pits. Wow. What a crazy race. 5 laps remaining. 5 full laps remaining. And it's a safety car again. Let's see who goes into the pits. Will people get into the pits with 5 laps remaining? No, TNR AJ is staying out, Schustweiler is staying out, Pjok is staying out, OWR Knitten is going into the pits. Madsen is going into the pits as well. Lucas will stay out for sure. Ashwin will stay out for sure, I would say, unless he got front wing damage. And Deny and Gamer are in sector 3 right now. So that will take some time to catch up. What what happened there? I just missed it. What? I don't know what happened over there, but I just missed it. That is, the Red Bull BTL is retired from the race by something really stupid, it looks like. And I saw some cars driving really slowly, but that is probably going to be into the report, incident report of this race, and it probably won't be the only report in this race, as we got 4 laps left right now with TNR AJ in P1 and Suswan in P2. This race is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. So we've got the top 4 on the medium compound tire. P5, P6, P7, P8, P10, P10, P9, P10. Gamer will be very soon into P10. All on fresh, soft. So I'm pretty curious what will happen actually. Will Lucas overtake FIFA player very soon, very quick? Will he overtake Pjok very quick? Will he even oh, they switched position for 1 second. So it's safety car in this lap. And we've got TNR AJ leading. Sushrider went back into the pits during the safety car. I believe front wing damage. What else can it be? And TNR AJ is going right now. He's not waiting too long. He just wants to cross that finish line. He wants just to get a checkered flag as first, but it looks like they got a 3-second time penalty as well. So Pjok will follow him very, at least he will try to follow him, or maybe even overtake TNR AJ. But Pjok is on 2 laps older tires, which is not that much, but I'm actually more curious about the soft runners, how they will do against the medium runners. And we got another retirement. It's Ashwin out of the points. And I believe he will finish in P10 with at least 1 point, because he finished more than the actual percentage what's needed for a point. But we've got some overtakes over here. And FIFA players spun, and both Haas drivers are in P8 and P9 right now, and this just looks like a battlefield today, to be honest. We've got more retirements than we've got actual drivers left, so that's pretty horrible, I would say. That's not what it should be in league racing. And yeah, let's have a look at Odd Lucas on the fresh soft tire. Oh, he's going to the inside of the Red Bull, but just too far. He braked really late, but it's not good enough to overtake Pjok yet. Odd Lucas with the fastest lap of the way. No, deny. Oh wow, and he's on the inside of the Red Bull. There was a little bit of contact, but that's not enough to make a report or something else for time penalty or something. But it's Pjok into the slipstream of the McLaren right now. Let's go on board with Pjok. He's behind Lucas. He doesn't have DRS because it is not enabled because of the safety car. Is he close enough? No, he does not dive into the inside of them. Meanwhile, Sushrider is already up into P6 behind OWR Knitton. Beautiful shot over here. Beautiful shot. And it's yellow in sector 1 again. No, nothing. And it looks like a battle between the McLarens is going to happen. Odd Lucas on the very clear softer tires. And I don't know if that was a team call. But TNR AJ got a 3-second time penalty as well, so he will drop down to perhaps even P6 or something, because there are only 1.5 lap remaining, and he got, I believe, 3 seconds of time penalty. So oh wow, it's Pjok against Deny with a very good pace here in Belgium. Wow, he's braking so late. He's so eager to get that. Oh wow, and that's the overtake from Deny, and DRS is enabled here in the last lap, but Deny needs to be within 1 second of Lucas to get that DRS, and he's gaining a little bit in that corner. He gains 0.2. Wow, and this could be, oh, he got the DRS at 7/10. Let's hop on board. Lucas probably using, no, he's not using EROS actually. The nice also not. Oh wow, and that looks like a pretty crazy move from the McLaren driver. I'm not sure, but Deny did not lose that much time. Sushrider right at the back of. Oh wow, oh, that's so tight. And TNR AJ is losing a lot of positions right now. That's probably because of the older medium tires. He just cannot keep up with the soft compound runners. And it's Odd Lucas who's in P1 with Denai breathing in his neck. 4/10 it is. It is 4/10. Odd Lucas is just pulling his ERS right now. NSR Madsen has retired as well. Swoosh Rider with a 3-second time penalty. Oh, it looks like Lucas can hold on to that P1, and if he doesn't spin, no, he does not spin. Lucas wins the Belgian roller coaster, I would say, here in F1GL Racing League. Pjok on that 16 lap medium into P3, Denai into P2, Swoosh in P4, OWR Knitten in P5, TNR AJ in P6, and Gamer and FIFA player, the Haas drivers, are finishing in P7 and P8, and I believe NSR Madsen and Ashwin completed the certain amount percentage of the race to gain that 2 points and 1 point. But wow, that was freaking crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, that was just a roller coaster for every driver. Odd Lucas, driver of the day. P1, congratulations to you, my man. Amazing. Wow. But here's your full result of the race. It's Lucas in P1, Denai in P2, and Pjok in P3, Swoosh in P4, Knitten in P5, TNR AJ in P6, Gamer and FIFA player in P7 and P8, NSR Madsen in P9, DNF'd, and UG Ashwin also DNF'd, but these two drivers both did a certain amount of race distance to get that point, I believe. So that's your top 10 for today. That was a very crazy race in F1GL Racing League. Hope to see you next time again. So thank you for watching, everybody. Have a good evening and see you next week.